earlier on you said that we have to pay $100 to get the trainings done, to get the registrations. I'm just concerned about the fees. Could it be any lesser? Have you implemented any new structures to help in the verification process? Over the past years, there have been a lot of nursing training schools springing up, and I know that you, as the NMC, give the accreditation. But I want to ask you, do you think that we should be worried about the number of nursing training schools that are springing up everywhere? In some countries, the graduate nurses, they will be given a nurse-midwife certificate. Is there any plan for midwives in Ghana to also earn similar? Because I know that midwives from Ghana are at a disadvantage of getting registration in other countries. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We are still in Helsinki for the 30th ICN Congress, and as I said earlier, this is the biggest gathering of all nurses in the world, and we have roughly over 7,000 nurses coming from all walks of life. And I'm honored to have the Registrar of the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Ghana to answer some few questions pertaining to the diaspora and local nurses. So if this is something that you are interested in, just stay glued to your seat. I'll be right back. Hello guys, so as I promised earlier, we have the Registrar of the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Ghana, Mrs. Philomina A here. Thank you, ma'am, for joining me today.
Thank you.
All right, so I want you to tell me something briefly about yourself and what the NMC do in general.
So I'm Philomina A Woolley.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the Registrar of the Nursing and Midwifery Council. I have been in regulation for over 15 years.
Oh.
Before then, I was a midwifery tutor at one of the nursing and midwifery colleges in Ghana. I did that for 7 years before entering into regulation.
Oh, that's good. Which school is that? Which school did you teach?
Midwifery Training School. At the time, it was Midwifery Training School at CBA.
Oh, okay.
So that is where I was teaching.
Okay, so I know that you were in an acting role for some time and now you are in the main role. So what are some of the new inputs that the NMC has put in place for nurses to have a smooth registration process and in the operations that you do?
Okay, so let me start by informing our clientele what Nursing and Midwifery Council is about.
Okay.
We are a statutory body that is established by an Act of Parliament, Act 2013, Act 857. The objects of our mandate is to secure in the public interest the highest standards of nursing and midwifery professions. And with that, we have 11-fold mandates or functions that help us to execute that mandate. And so in our functions, we do register, and we register nurses and midwives that have qualified to become either nurses or midwives. And we also do continuous professional education for all nurses and midwives. You know that when you become a nurse, you need to continually learn. Otherwise, knowledge becomes obsolete after 3 years. And therefore, we continue to have people to have continuous professional education. And we also do verification, foreign verifications and local verifications for nurses and midwives who want to travel abroad, and also for nurses and midwives locally who are moving from one cadre of the nursing profession to another. We also do license and examinations for trainee nurses and midwives, and a lot more that we do.
All right. So not to cut you short, but you've listed some of the duties and the mandates. I didn't hear about jobs or getting nurses jobs, because I hear nurses always saying that, oh, we finished school and the NMC is not doing anything about it. Is that part of your mandate?
So that is not part of our mandate. That mandate is for the employer. And for our mandates, we regulate training and practice. So when you are in school, we regulate you.
Okay.
And when you complete school and you are working either in administration, either in the hospital or in the training institution, we ensure that you continue to keep standards, and that is what we do.
Okay, all right, thank you. So we are getting into some of the mandates and the activities, and one thing I heard was you helping with nursing registration, revalidation, and all. Have you implemented any new structures to help in the verification process? Are there any new methods that you've done that we have to be aware?
Yes. For instance, in the verification process, what we have done is that those who are abroad and they want to do verification, what we realized is that because people would have to look for someone in Ghana to do for them. You know, we had middlemen, which in Ghana parlance we call
Guru boys.
Guru boys. And sometimes they take as much as 3,000 from individuals before they do it for you, which these monies don't even get to the council. They take it, packet it, come to the council and say that this is my niece, this is my uncle, this is my relative, so please do it for the person quickly. So what we have done is to collaborate with WCEA. WCEA is World Continuous Education Alliance. And with that, you can go log onto their platform and pay $100. When you pay $100, this $100 would help you get myriad of CPDs and CPEs, whatever you have to learn. They have tens of thousands CPDs that you can learn, and also with that same $100 you can renew your license yearly. Then the same money, they will forward it to the council in Ghana, so you don't need middleman to do it for you. We will do it for you quickly. What you can add is the payment of the verification, which is 550 cedis for now. And that is what we have done. And very soon we have made some noise on revalidation. We realize that people just want to rush to have certificates without having impacts on the ward. So they would do the CPDs, but it wasn't having any impact. So we said that what can we do so that when people do their CPDs, it will have impact on the patients that they are taking care of and themselves. So that is the more reason why we brought in the revalidation. We are still in the process, and this is going to start 2026 January. And with that, nurses and midwives would have the opportunity to look at what they have done, and a senior person will also look at it and comments, and even your patients can say that what you have done is good or bad, and these we believe will improve the service delivery. We are also in the process of building a simulation center.
Oh, that's nice.
We know we have the land free of charge in Ashanti region, 5 acre of land.
Oh, that's great.
We have written a proposal. We are soliciting for funds for people to help us build this structure. We believe that the standards of nursing and midwifery should not go down. And you also know that a lot of people travel from Ghana abroad, and when they go, everything is new, and sometimes it takes them some time before they get acquainted to the gadgets that are being used there.
That's true.
And so I believe that when this simulation center is built, our nurses who are training in Ghana would have that sense of, or the feel of what happens abroad, and so traveling abroad becomes seamless. And I'm not saying that everybody should go, but I told people that migration didn't start today, and it's not going to end today. We only need that when you go, come back and help your country as well.
All right. Thank you very much. In fact, I must commend the NMC. People were traveling in numbers, but they were not being faster in their processing. And it got to a time it became quicker and everyone was happy. But let me go back and talk about the WCA training. Earlier on, you said that we have to pay $100 to get the trainings done, to get the registrations. I'm just concerned about the fees. Could it be any lesser? Because $100, for example, we have some people who have traveled outside the country for 5 years, and if they are going to pay $100 for a year, unless maybe I'm wrong, is the $100 for the whole period that they need, they are being renewed, or is just for a year?
So it's for a year. However, when you have it, you would not have to go and pay for any other CPDs. You have the opportunity to do all your trainings that you want to do on that platform.
Okay.
Apart from that, you also have the opportunity to renew your PIN seamlessly. As I said, people were paying Goro Boys 3,000 cedis and more, even to have just a PIN to be renewed. After that, they will pay another thousands of cedis to even have the verification. But very soon, the verification fee is also going to be increased. Why am I saying that? You know that we want to ensure that your verification keeps shorter time at the Nursing and Midwifery Council, and we pay lots of electricity bills, the machines that we use and all that costs a lot. And so we are not going to say that everyone should pay that huge amounts that will be coming up. It's gone to Parliament. But what we are saying is that we have graduations, so that if you want premium platinum service, there's a charge to it. If you want premium service, and then if you want normal service, there's also a charge to it. And then all these have timelines, so that for premium, maybe 48 hours, it will be done. And the rest,
this is something I championed it earlier on, and I think that it takes time and is a good faith that you are about to do. Now, I'm still on the WCA training and payment. Let's talk about the fees. Could it be slashed like 50% maybe? Because, for example, as I said, if I'm owing 5 years, that is roughly $500, and that's going to take a toll in my pocket.
Okay, so laws does not take effect retrospectively. Therefore, if you are owing 5 years, we would let you pay the 71 cedis for the 4 years, and the last 5 years you pay the $100.
Okay, that's good.
That is something that I've just thought about it right now.
Yeah, so please,
and I'll go and lobby with my management, and I know when I talk about it, they will agree to do that.
All right, that's very good to say that. And now, still on the CPD, my last question on the CPD. You know, we do trainings every time in the UK, USA, and other places. We also have these trainings certificates to prove that we've really done them. Can we also use them to renew our certificates at a point? Well, if not now, can you also put it in your plans for the future so that nurses can do that seamlessly as well?
Yes, we can. The only issue is that at the moment we do not have an account that people can pay straight into the Nursing and Midwifery Council, and that is why that system is not there. That's why we are passing it through WCA. And I know that with time, when we grow to that, it will be seamless.
Okay, all right, thank you. I appreciate the fact that the NMC over the years, I wonder how they do it, but they keep introducing new measures to help nurses. And I'm saying this because I have my other African countries that I speak to. I don't want to mention any country's name, but everyone will know. Anytime they send verification, sometimes it takes 6 months, it takes a year. Even if you ask them, they said they call their NMC and they can't even track whatever they did. And recently I also heard that you've introduced WhatsApp line messages, and I had a colleague who said, oh, I'm chatting with NMC Ghana, and I was surprised. And this is something that we have to commend you, and we want to see more of this. And I know that you've been in office for some time, and you are coming up with new ideas, and I see how passionate you are and how you want to take the council to different levels. Is there anything that you want to say for us to end this conversation, or is there anything that you want to tell our colleague nurses wherever they are in the world?
Yes, I want to say that we continue to improve our services, and we have also recently, just before I came here, we have done WhatsApp following.
Oh,
you know that now that is what, so you can also follow us on WhatsApp. And we put lots of informations there, and it will also be prudent for you to follow us. And we want to continue to improve our services because we are there because of you. We don't want cases when, I paid this money to this person and it's been years, it's been months. My heart bleeds when I hear some of these comments. And so we always want to put in measures so that our clientele in the country or outside the country have seamless interactions with us. That will be our joy, because one of our core value is client satisfaction. And therefore we want you to be satisfied wherever you are.
All right. I have two questions. It just came to mind and I want to ask them. I have seen that over the past years, there have been a lot of nursing training schools springing up, and I know that you, as the NMC, give the accreditation. And I don't want to say anything from my point, but I want to ask you, do you think that we should be worried about the number of nursing training schools that are springing up everywhere? I want to know if there are regulations on how nursing trainings should be set up, or anyone can just put up any structure and get accreditation from the NMC and they start training nurses.
So this is a problem, as you have rightly put, and for us at the council, we are also worried about, and because of that, we've put some few measures in place. Now, you cannot open nursing training school and say that it's a diploma or an auxiliary. We've turned a lot of these people who want to open diploma institutions down, and we've put some few measures in place that if you want to open nursing school, you have to write also to the ministry for approval. You have to put lots of things in place. These are all measures to ensure that people do not continue, because I think, in my opinion, I think that we've had enough of these nursing institutions, and we are planning if it will work, because the public institutions belongs to the ministry. We were thinking, can we merge some of them together? So that maybe in one region we can merge, then they will become two. This is in the preliminary stage. It hasn't been approved yet, but these are some of the things that we are talking about, so that we don't have too many. And I was telling people that when I was in NTC, I saw a poster, too many people, few vehicles. And we have too many people going to nursing training institutions, few hospitals. And this is what we have to look at as a country.
All right, my last question. I've seen that in some countries, the graduate nurses, they will be given a nurse-midwife certificate. I want to know, is there any plan for midwives in Ghana to also earn similar? Because I know that midwives from Ghana are at a disadvantage of getting registration in other countries because of their limitation in midwifery and how overseas countries are not actively looking for midwives. So if probably they have the nurse midwife certificate, because I know back in school, midwives are also trained as nurses, but when they leave school, they get the midwifery set only. Are there plans to probably change our diploma programs to degree so that they actively learn both and awarded a nurse midwife certificate at a point? Is this something that the NMC is looking into?
Okay, so to begin with, in time past, long ago, maybe when you were not born.
Even my mom hadn't met my dad or something like that.
Not really. The policy was to have people to be nurses. And after you obtained the nursing certificate, then you had opportunity to either go into midwifery or any other branches of nursing. In the year, I would say 20s, then we realized that midwifery was being exchanged in the country. And that is what brought up the street midwifery, if I should put it that way. And that is how we have operated till now. It's something that association have talked about, and it's something that we have to think through, because if I can look at the Barbados collaboration with Ghana, we had some midwives that had done critical care nursing, but they were looking at the basic nursing. Even though they were very good, they were not selected. And so this is something that we have to think about it as a country and as a council as a whole, and write a very good proposal to the government that this is what we think our midwives are having disadvantage when it comes to foreign opportunities. And so can we look at that? So it's something we can look at it.
All right. Thank you very much. I've taken so much of your time and you did excellent in all my questions. And I thank you for the new innovative measures you are putting in NMC and the hard work you and your staff and the pressure from the nurses in the diaspora. We can feel all of that. And I know that you are working towards meeting all of us our needs. Thank you for your time and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. My pleasure. What I can say is that, yes, we always want to serve you best, and another thing that is in the pipeline is that we want to turn all the paper filing to e-filing. When we are able to get sponsorship grants wherever to do that, one day we would be able to process everything that we need. And that is our vision. And so pray for us and for us to do more for you. Thank you very much. All wherever right. you are, come back to Ghana and help the country. Even if it's 2 weeks, we will accept you.
All right.
And all of you kindly come and continue to renew your license.
You hear? Go back and renew your license, pay the fees, and now she is promising us that you only pay $100 for the current, and the previous one is going to be 71. So let's pray that this become a success for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.